I know. I owe you an explanation. My behavior was appalling. Shut up, stop talking.
A sequel to Prime Video's hit rom-com Red, White, and Royal Blue is officially in the works. Based on Casey McQuiston's best-selling 2019 novel, the first movie, directed by Matthew Lopez, followed the love story between Alex Claremont Diaz, the US first son, and Britain's Prince Henry. Their rocky start eventually blossomed into romance, and now their story continues in Red, White, and Royal Blue too. With that exciting news, we thought it'd be fun to spill a few secrets the cast probably wouldn't want getting out. Let's kick things off with a secret that could have been a real career ender for someone in the Red, White, and Royal Blue cast. Director Matthew Lopez shared a funny but slightly awkward moment with star Taylor Zakhar Perez during filming. Apparently, Taylor had some concerns about shooting an intimate scene because of his body hair. Yes, we're talking about his natural body hair below the belt. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Lopez recounted the encounter. They'd been working on the movie for a good 6 weeks when Taylor brought up the issue. The director said, "I didn't want my career to end, so he made sure the hair and makeup person was there to witness the conversation." Taylor was hesitant, wondering if he should shave. Lopez initially thought Taylor was talking about his face, but no, Taylor was referring to something a bit more personal. After some back and forth, Taylor pulled down his pants and asked the director to check out his backside. Lopez, being the professional he is, simply told him, "You're fine, you look great. A body in its natural state is beautiful, just bring your hairy butt to set." This lighthearted moment could have been super awkward, but Lopez handled it with humor and grace. That's not surprising given his impressive background. Before Red, White, and Royal Blue, Lopez was already a star in the theater world. His 2006 play The Whipping Man made waves off-Broadway and won major awards. He followed up with hits like The Inheritance, which premiered in 2018 and became one of the most celebrated plays in recent years. Taylor's request could have easily put Lopez in a tough spot, especially as a first-time film director. But Lopez's ability to handle it with sensitivity and professionalism shows that his talents go far beyond writing and directing. He knows how to navigate tricky situations with finesse, ensuring that his character and the movie kept rolling smoothly. Another secret the cast might prefer you didn't know is that Jeffrey Richards isn't portrayed as a sexual predator in the film adaptation of Red, White, and Royal Blue. In Casey McQuiston's novel, Richards is a more prominent character, and a significant subplot involves Rafael Luna briefly joining his presidential campaign as a vice presidential candidate. But here's the kicker: Luna only joins to expose Richards as a predator. This subplot is crucial because it reveals important information about Richard's shady past, but it was entirely cut from the movie. Why the change? The filmmakers likely felt it didn't serve Alex and Henry's romantic journey, which is the heart of the story. Plus, with Luna's character being omitted, that whole narrative thread became unnecessary. This alteration shifts the focus away from the darker themes of manipulation and abuse present in the book, opting instead for a more straightforward romantic storyline. So while the film is still a charming rom-com, it glosses over some of the deeper, more complex issues that the novel tackled, keeping audiences focused on the love story rather than the underlying political intrigue. One secret from Red, White, and Royal Blue that might surprise you is how challenging it was to cast the film's two leads, Nicholas Galitzine as Prince Henry and Taylor Zakhar Perez as Alex Claremont Diaz. The director Matthew Lopez revealed that finding the right actors for these roles was the most critical and stressful part of the process. It took 5 months to find Nicholas and even longer to find Taylor. Lopez was determined to cast actors who weren't just perfect for the roles on paper, but could embody the characters in a way that felt authentic and protective of their emotional journeys. Lopez wasn't just looking for someone to play Henry, he wanted someone who would make Henry feel safe. Nicholas's audition tape immediately stood out, and despite the long search, once Lopez saw it, he knew Nicholas was the one. But finding Alex was an even bigger challenge. Taylor's performance in the Kissing Booth films had given him some recognition, but Lopez needed someone who could balance Alex's charisma, wicked intelligence, and that easy charm the character is known for. When Taylor's tape finally came across his desk, Lopez knew he had found Alex. However, casting the perfect leads wasn't enough. Lopez had one more hurdle: chemistry. The director feared that despite their individual talents, Nicholas and Taylor might not connect as lovers on screen. And to make matters worse, getting them in the same room was a logistical nightmare. With Nicholas on a movie set in New Orleans, Taylor in Los Angeles, and Lopez in London, a chemistry read in person wasn't possible. The cast and crew convinced Lopez to try a Zoom chemistry test, despite his concerns that virtual chemistry might not translate to real life. To everyone's surprise, the chemistry test was electric. Nicholas and Taylor hit it off immediately, bantering and teasing each other like they'd been friends forever. Even during trivial discussions about their height differences and playful jabs, the actors' connection was undeniable. Taylor's joke, "I don't like Nick, but I respect him," and Nick's witty comeback, "Mine's the other way, I don't respect your game, but I do like you," were just glimpses of the natural chemistry that would shine on screen. This strong bond between the two actors helped sell Alex and Henry's romance in the film, which, much like in the book, begins with text messages and phone calls before developing into something deeper. Convincing the audience of their chemistry was essential, and Lopez realized he'd made the right casting choice when he saw how easily Nicholas and Taylor worked together. Now, you might think Nicholas Galitzine and Taylor Zakhar Perez are actually gay in real life, but the answer is no. Neither actor identifies as queer. Nicholas has publicly stated he's straight, even mentioning to British GQ that he feels some guilt about taking on queer roles. As for Taylor, he's never addressed his own sexuality publicly, but when asked about it, he emphasized that an actor's personal life is no one's business. This could be considered one of the biggest secrets the cast doesn't want you to know because it may affect the audience's connection to their characters in red, white, and royal blue. Some fans might feel a deeper connection to the film if they believe the actors share their characters' identities. Fry, with the iconic British charm and wit, was the top choice for the role, and Lopez was thrilled when he agreed to join the project. All these carefully selected actors, from Nicholas and Taylor to Uma and Stephen, contributed to the film's success, but it wasn't just their acting skills, it was their ability to connect with their characters and each other that made Red, White, and Royal Blue such a hit. So while the casting process was grueling, the result was well worth the wait, proving that sometimes the hardest part of making a movie is finding the right people to tell the story. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below.